Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something specific, often misunderstood, the exact sequence, the step-by-step of Jesus's return.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff. Our sources lay out this incredibly detailed timeline, much more than just a single event.
Right, it goes beyond the common understanding. We're talking celestial trumpets, judgments, a whole new era. So our mission today is to unpack these stages, look at what they mean for, well, things like divine justice and free will.
Absolutely. And you see how interconnected it all is? It's not instant. It's like a divine orchestration. Each step has a purpose.
Okay, so let's dive in. The start. Our sources say it's not an immediate landing. It begins with the seventh trumpet, and Jesus arrives. In the air.
Precisely, in the air. And right after that, you get the first resurrection. The sources call it the grain harvest.
The grain harvest, metaphorical.
Yes, gathering the righteous. Specifically, martyr witnesses are drawn up into the air to meet him there.
And people on earth see this.
They do. It says all tribes mourn, and the wicked actually witness the saints being elevated. It's a very public, undeniable event.
The sources call this a cosmic validation. What's the significance there? How does that moment finalize free will, even for angels? According to the text, I mean.
It's pivotal. The idea is that witnessing this undeniable proof of God's power and righteousness kind of locks in choices. For angels, it apparently extinguishes the very possibility of sinning again. Their free will aligns perfectly with good. Forever. It's profound.
Okay, so Jesus is in the air. The first resurrection happens. What's next? What about earth?
Well, while Jesus is, according to these texts, conducting the atonement in the actual sanctuary, think heavenly, not earthly, something else happens on earth.
Right, the plagues.
Exactly. 7 devastating plagues. They call this the grape harvest, another metaphor, but this time for judgment on the wicked left behind. It's physical suffering, distinct from the final lake of fire.
And crucially, those resurrected martyrs, the ones who rejected the 666 mark, they escape these plagues.
Explicitly. The sources are very clear. They are protected, which ties into the whole timeline of the beast's reign.
Which starts earlier.
Yes. The beast's actual reign begins under the 6th trumpet. That's when the number of martyrs is fulfilled. Then comes the 6th bowl judgment.
Poured on the Euphrates River.
Right, drying it up. Preparing the way for the kings from the east. It echoes history, like Cyrus conquering Babylon by diverting the Euphrates.
And this leads towards Armageddon, Harmageddo, Hill of Megiddo.
Evil spirits gather the world's kings there. Could be literal, could be symbolic, like Elijah's showdown. But here's a twist the sources highlight.
Go on.
Babylon the harlot, the great city. It's not Jesus who destroys it directly.
Then who?
The red beast itself. After the 7th bull weakens Babylon, the beast turns on her.
Wow, okay. That is unexpected. So only after the plagues, after Babylon's destruction by the beast, then Jesus fully descends.
That's the sequence presented. Plagues, Babylon's fall, then the full descent to earth. And then he judges the armies gathered at Armageddon.
Right, which brings us to the 1,000-year kingdom, the 7th millennium, a time of rest.
Exactly. Satan is bound in the abyss for that whole 1,000 years. And the old earth,
What happens to it?
consumed by fire, becomes desolate. Then emerges the new heaven and new earth, paradise essentially. Jesus reigns from the New Jerusalem, no more curse there.
And the sources distinguish the abyss from the lake of fire.
Yes, distinct realms, though both linked to Hades in the texts.
So after the 1,000 years,
Yeah,
the final end.
the final judgment, the great white throne. Then sin and death are completely abolished. The very concept of sin disappears. It suggests maybe even the need for a mediator eventually ceases because creation's free will is perfected. It's an incredibly precise picture.
It really is, resolving huge questions about justice, free will, the end of evil. So here's something to think about. If that first resurrection and everything after truly perfects free will, removes even the possibility of sin, what does eternal existence actually look like? How does a universe function where free will and divine love are perfectly, permanently aligned? What possibilities open up then? Definitely food for thought.